All right, tech fans, if Intel didn't already have enough problems, check this out. Apple just kicked them to the curb. Say what? Let's check it out. All right, so this is probably going to be some of the biggest news that we've ever heard from Apple. I mean, really it is. And they just held probably one of the best conferences they've ever had, especially since, everybody's been on lockdown and everything. And I really think that Apple did a really good job with this particular show. I mean, everything looked really, really nice. It was super duper trick. The graphics were really nice. The speakers were in really nice locations and all that stuff. I mean, overall, I think that anybody, if you're not a fan of Apple, you might really want to check out that presentation. But before I really jump in and tell you guys all about today's video, let's just real quick hear a word from today's sponsor. Are you building a new computer or just upgrading your old computer? If you said yes, then chances are that you need a new Windows 10 key. And CD Key Sales has you covered. With Windows 10 Home for under $14 or Windows 10 Pro for under $18, we've got the codes you need. Also, looking for the latest game codes? CD Key Sales has you covered as well. And buying has never been easier. All you do is go in, create your account, choose the software or game that you want to purchase, make your purchase, and then an email will be sent to you as well as the codes will show up into your account easily. So if you need some keys or need some games, hey, we'll have an 18% additional discount code down below, so check that out. So Apple, for the longest time, has been developing technology. And even though a lot of people might say, for the last few years, they haven't really been as super innovative, as they should be, they've still made leaps and bounds here and there with the stuff that they do. Now, let me tell you something about pretty much what I consider Apple products in general that they're for. Apple products are people who don't really like to mess around. They want to get on their computer, their phone, their tablet, whatever it is they're doing. They don't want to worry about programs not working. They're not overclockers. They're usually people that are in the music business, the entertainment industry, and type of things like that. Because so far, for me, my Apple experience has been really good because I use my iMac to do all of my music, all my editing, and everything else. Now, people are always going to go, oh my God, these things are super duper expensive, Elric. Well, there's kind of a reason they're expensive. For one thing, they use a very limited amount of hardware. They throw all the software applications, all the problems, everything that you can think of, they throw it at it. And when they find the absolute best programs, the best software, the best hardware to work, and they know that's stable, that's when you see a new product coming from them. And that's one of the reasons why they're so expensive. I really rarely have problems with my Mac problems. My PCs, I have some kind of weird problems all the time. You guys play PC games, you know what I mean? Weird stuff just happens sometimes. So Apple, starting off, had to start developing pretty much their own type of technology to run their stuff. This started out actually on their phones. When they first invented the iPhone, they had to start from scratch and invent their own, SoC, system on a chip. Doo-doo. And so they had it. Now, from the very first A4 all the way up to the A13, they've had 100 times more performance than the very first phone that was introduced. That's crazy stuff. And if you're out there right now and you've had a chance to try out the new iPad Pro, this thing's amazing. Now, iPads was kind of the same thing. They had to develop their own type of SoC for that. So they started off with the A5X all the way up to the A13X. Now, this is really interesting stuff because 1,000 times more performance in 10 years. 10 years. 10 years time, they get 1,000 times more performance. And one real quick thing, the reason they want to develop their own SoC for the iPad is because of Retina display. They really wanted to have Retina display, so they were like, hey, let's develop our own SoC so we can do this. And it's just developed over time. Big Sur is also going to be the new software release. And there are a lot of things that combine these two things that make it really exciting news, especially for people like me who use their Mac every day to help make their living or their music or the things that they really like. So native applications, which are applications that are totally geared to run on the technology they're doing, has already happened. All of the normal apps that you're using on your Mac right now, all of those things are going to be running right off the bat when this gets released at the end of the year. So as soon as you see these new Macs come out with their own SoCs on it, you're going to see all of your apps running right off the bat natively. And this includes Logic Pro, this includes Final Cut, everything's going to be running right off the bat. And also, I don't know if you guys remember a long time ago when they changed over, it was from the Power Mac, Power something Mac, Power PC, I forgot what it was their very first transition. There was like 3 of them. It went from Power something. So I don't know. I'm not the greatest Mac historian here, so don't hit me in the head with this. You want to see super details? Go check out John at TLD today. He's the super Mac guy. But they had 3 transitions. Their first transition, then they transferred over to the Mac OS X, and then onto Intel processors, and now they're going to be moving on to their own CPUs, SoCs, whatever you want to call them. And this is just going to be kind of crazy. Now they're also claiming that they'll be able to play games. Now, we all know that Macs are not really known to play games, but even on an iPad Pro, you can play Fortnite at like 120 frames per second. And you guys can see right here, they've shown a clip where they're actually playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and it looks pretty good. Now, I don't know what you guys think. I mean, if they're going to be able to really successfully beat all these people, making not only their own silicon and everything, but making their own graphics accelerator as well. I mean, I don't know really how realistic it's going to look. I mean, let's just face it, a big old giant, GPU from NVIDIA is a big old huge, hot giant card. How are they going to put this just on a little, on a little die and make it that powerful? I don't know. But I don't think that a lot of people, not everybody out there plays the first-person shooter games that need the ultra realism. Some people just play, other types of games. And for them, it's probably going to be just fine. But the biggest thing really of all of this altogether is Adobe. There's all kinds of partners. All of these people are gearing their stuff. You're even going to be able to do 3D stuff with Maya now. You guys can see right here, the gentleman's, he's using Maya. He says he's got like so much stuff on the screen, it's just totally incredible. And then it's being rendered like pretty much in real time. This is just really crazy stuff. And if you can be able to use all the other different programs like AutoCAD and all this stuff, it's really going to change the entire Apple camp. Now, one other thing that's kind of interesting. You know how you like get an app for your phone, an app for your iPad, an app for your computer? In the future, all of the apps will be geared so that they work on all their devices seamlessly. So no matter what it is, the application that you're using, it'll be supported on all your devices in some type of way. Now, I don't know if every single solitary app will be that way, but probably, the normal ones that you use in your daily life for communication, all that stuff, that's probably going to trickle across all of their products. Like I said, I don't really play games on my iMac ever. It doesn't really do it good. I've got a nice Radeon card in there. I've got pretty much one of their latest, cards in there. I got a, 5700 in there, and it's just like, it's not running all that great for games. It's just kind of It is pretty good. So if Apple can actually take this new technology and make all of the things that I do, editing my music, editing my videos, doing, pretty much everything that has to do with editing, Photoshop and all this stuff, and make it much faster, that's going to be awesome. Now, there's always been kind of a challenge between a powerful CPU and a CPU that is energy efficient. And this is kind of where Intel's really kind of lost the game. They've tried to catch up on the laptop division, and it's okay. But ARM technology is really the basis of what I think is going to be the future for almost all the different type of technologies except for some. There will definitely be some applications out there that are not going to run faster on ARM technology. That is just a fact of the matter. But the things that do will be great. Now, here's another thing though. For laptops and stuff, how will this new, A12 Bionic CPU do? I mean, is it going to be great for that? But if you don't have to have the low power right? It doesn't matter. You've got your computer. Obviously, the cooler a computer runs, the longer it's going to run without, freezing up or anything. But having the ability to put that extra power in their desktop CPUs like an iMac or a Mac Mini, it seems to me like they could really push and mix the technology a lot. Mix ARM technology with whatever technology is going to be the fastest stuff in the world. Now, I can't wait. Let me know what you guys think. I'll have links down below where you can check out some other videos. But overall, I think that this particular announcement by Apple is one of the biggest that they've ever released in their history. There's just really cool stuff. Faster apps, faster technology, everything working seamless with no problems. Honestly, I can't wait to see it. If I could update my iMac today and it was working faster and better, I don't care what's inside. It doesn't have to be Intel inside for me. But this is it, folks. Intel has now been ditched by Apple. The pain is on, people. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys back on the channel. If you like what you see, hey, you can hit that sub button. Sub buttons don't really mean that much unless you turn the bell on so you know that my videos are coming out. The best way that you can support me though and keep me here on YouTube, honestly, is check out my link down below to Amazon Prime. You try Amazon Prime for 30 days. You can watch all their killer movies, especially like The Boys. If you haven't seen that, you got to check it out, especially like superhero stuff. You can try it all, watch it all for free, order some stuff, get free shipping. If you don't like Prime, you can cancel it. If you find that you're in love with it, hey, you can keep it. But for you, it's absolutely free and it helps keep Tech of Tomorrow on the map. Peace.